And given, the way last season went in games like that, there were a lot of those that you dropped against teams with worse records than you. How much does DeMar help you guys give credibility to your offense down the stretch and help you avoid some of those lapses?
Yeah, I mean, he plays at such a steady pace. Whenever they were going on a run, he looks at me, he's like, let's get something easy. And I think we end up getting down there, they make a switch, we end up getting downhill, drop off layup. And it's just knowing where the shot's coming from, or knowing who's able to create the advantage in an action. And like I said, he makes it very easy for us to do things like that.
And given the three-point numbers, you guys were outscored, I think, by 27 from behind the three-point line. Just, I don't know, is it weird looking at it, looking at the box score and saying, man, that's a tough game to win when the other team shoots like that, given how good of a three-point shooting team you've been in the last couple of years?
Well, I mean, we won defensively. We needed to guard the three-point line better in the second half. In the first half, I think we were excellent. I think they were like 6 for 21 or something like that. Then obviously we let Garrison Matthews get loose, and he's one of the better shooters in the league. So whenever you're trying to run him off, you have to get him off the line, not let him sidestep or step back. And that's kind of where it started, and that's where the run really started, whenever we weren't defending the three-point line.
Were you surprised? Did it feel like you guys should have been winning by more? You didn't trail the final 47 minutes of the game, but then all of a sudden you looked up and it was tie.
Yeah, I mean, there were times where obviously teams go on runs. Like I said, whenever we weren't guarding the three-point line well is when they got back into the game. We had some turnovers, and obviously calls not go our way. But at the end of the day, obviously, a 20-point lead in the league now isn't even looked at as a big deal anymore. And they came back, but we were able to respond. And I think that was the bigger thing. That was the biggest thing that you take away from this game is we got up, they came back, and we were able to respond and not lose the lead.
Who'd you pose with sideline after the game?
Oh, Boosie.
Okay. And what was the conversation like with him during
he found out I was from New Orleans. Yeah. So he's obviously a Louisiana rapper. So real big. And people wouldn't say my generation, but kind of the little bit of the generation before me. But like when I was young, you definitely hear a lot of his music. So, I mean, that's someone that obviously I've seen a lot of in my life. And I've actually seen him at games too before, but he found out I was from Louisiana. So it was cool.
Was it trash talk or was it friendly?
No. All friendly. He was like, yo, I just found out you was from the boot. So, and like you never hear my accent unless I say New Orleans, because I grew up in Houston and I don't have a New Orleans accent. So most people don't know.
Thanks, everyone. We got Keon right here.
As down the stretch, you've had Fox obviously score in the clutch a lot previously, but what's it like to have two guys that you can credibly go to down the stretch like that?
It's great. I mean, I was saying the same thing to myself. Like, obviously, last year we had Fox, who can kind of just go get you one on his own. So adding another guy like that for in-game situations like that definitely just makes it way tougher for the other team, especially when you can't really put all your focus on Fox, when DeMar's on the other side and capable of isoing whoever's guarding him. So definitely something great to have.
And what's the challenge in getting out to big leads and then seeing another team make a run and make it close? It happened, I think, 2 or 3 times in that game, including late.
Say that.
What's going through your guys' head when you build a big lead multiple times and they come back and make it close?
Just can't really get flustered. I mean, we know teams are going to make runs. It's all about just trying to make the next play, to limit that. But, I mean, just got to keep our composure, that's the game of basketball. So I think we did that tonight. They kind of got going. I think they might have tied it up or whatever. But kind of like I said, we have guys, veteran guys who are experienced in that type of situation. So definitely good to have them for sure.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Perfect.
Back-to-back in Utah and then coming here and sitting for a couple of days and playing Atlanta. Now we're off to Toronto for a back-to-back and then back down for Miami. But our guys, we had some really, really good stretches of basketball tonight. Man, I tell you what, and we got to keep trying to bottle that up and see if we can play that way for longer stretches, because when we do, we're really, really good. I thought there was a little stretch there in the second half where we started getting a little too deep with our penetration, and we tried to finish over the top of length or or we ended up turning it over because they got a hand on the ball. Our 14 turnovers for 22nd chance points is what really kept them in the ball game and kept them threatening, taking the lead and expanding the lead as the game went along. But our guys are 3-2 in this 5-game series. We always look at or break the season down into 5-game mini series. And after dropping the first 2, our guys found a way to win 3 in a row, which was terrific. Also, one of the things we talked about in the first half, we thought, Atlanta had a couple of breaks on the glass in the first half, and they were getting to the free throw line as well in the first half, and our guys did a great job in the second half of defending without fouling, which is huge for us. But just as importantly, they had 1 offensive rebound in that second half. So, fantastic job of showing your hands, leading with your chest, as well as putting a body on a body when that shot went up. We had a lot of guys step up in that area. DeMar had 8 rebounds. Keegan had 10 rebounds. Even Fox at the point guard position had 7 rebounds, and obviously Domas with 14 rebounds. It was a big game for him, even though he fouled out. So good win.
What's it like now that you've seen it, DeMar and De'Aaron closing like that for you?
Obviously gives us steady options. We were a little frantic there, turned it over a couple of times, and we put the ball in DeMar's hands, and you could just see his rhythm, his pace was really, really good. There's no panic about anything that he does. And to have that, have it come, have the steadiness coming from one of your best players is a great feeling to have, whether you're a coach or a teammate of his. So that's what they both do.
And so often the last couple of years when you guys would get outscored from three-point line like you did tonight, it would result in a loss. Just, I don't know, how do you view that aspect of the game in terms of you can win a game now where you have to grind it out and maybe you're not shooting super well from 3?
But, that's why you preach the importance of defense. And, if we defend, we're going to give ourselves a chance. And we did a pretty good job defensively. Wasn't great. But on top of that, I thought we had enough stretches where we took good shots. There was a stretch here, a stretch there that we didn't take a good shot and/or turned it over, and that's what got them back in the game, or helped them with their run and helped them even get the lead. But if we have the mindset of trying to defend the right way, we have enough scorers and playmakers and guys that know how to play the right way to be able to put points on the board. I thought we had some good looks from the three-point line from guys that normally knock them down for us. I mean, wide open looks, and they just didn't go in tonight, but we got to keep shooting them.
What was your approach to defending Trey, and were you happy with the results?
Yeah, Trey he's tough. He's an all-star caliber player, and his range is when he walks in the gym. And so, on top of that, he's a willing passer and a very good one at that. So it makes it tough. You got to mix up your coverages, and that's what we did tonight. We mixed up our coverages against him. We tried to throw him 3-4 different looks, as well as trying to put different bodies on him at different times. And anytime you see Trey go 8 for 21 and 3 for 9 from the line with 7 free throws, you take it. But what's going to happen is other guys are going to have a chance to get off. You just hope that the other guys don't beat you. He had 12 assists. Garrison Matthews came off the bench and hit 7 threes, and that was just a product of us saying, hey, we're going to try to not let Trey beat us by himself. And so you take what you get. You hope that some of those other guys miss, and like I said, Garrison didn't miss much tonight, as well as Keaton Wallace. They did a great job, especially when they got wide open looks.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
guys.
Locker room's open.
Thank you.